Situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. Season is hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley to about the 35, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jones has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The Giants at 8-1 on the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
From the 38, Jones. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now Jones. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Gano's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Ready?
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Jackson to return. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles, is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Gets past him at the 10, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are in for 6. Gano the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they have things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw, Oladokun.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Aaron Robinson.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
On first down, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Barkley, inside handoff. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Barkley will score. Touchdown, New York.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Oladokun looking to pass it. This one swung out to Williams.
And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Oladokun.
This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 37.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Oladokun's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
He was able to get away initially on that play, but ultimately not much space to roam.
Great job there by them containing him, because you mentioned he got away initially, and how many times does that end up with a guy taking off for 15 or 20 yards? Here, the support was there, and they made the tackle for a loss.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
To throw, Oladokun. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie, because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Jones.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He finds his man. It's Robinson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Operating from the gun, Jones. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. This is intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Okudah.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones got a man, Slayton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now Jones on first down. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Here's Jones. A final shot before break. He's going to take another shot here. And this is caught.
They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He's got him in, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a big 32-yard play on third.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
First and 10, here's Oladokun.
And connecting here with DJ Shark.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Throwing on first down with Oladokun.
Steps away to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Oladokun to throw. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Kayvon Thibodeaux
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Jones. Quick throw to Barkley. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. From the 41, Jones. Out route pass complete to Bellinger. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll look to throw again. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. And that is going to do it for this start. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So third down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Looking to throw. Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Oladokun on 3rd down here. And this is going to be incomplete. Now, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt, and Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he's all the way across the 50 before he's finally pushed out of bounds. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 44 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running left, it's Barkley. And able to get this to the 31.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. From the 31, Jones. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Gano's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check man.
Once again, it's Swift. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Oladokun. St. Brown on the catch. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. Here's Oladokun. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Go, Reed, go! Drop 50, drop 50! Drop the Rangers!
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Kayvon Thibodeaux in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year one.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was...
Williams loses the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 126 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.